From dusty Syria to the crowded Belgian university town of Louvain-la-Neuve, Yahia's life has changed so much since 2011, the year he joined protests against Bashar al-Assad's regime. He was picked up and jailed for 45 days, spending some time in the notorious Saidnaya prison, where he says he was tortured and lost 31 kilos. Now living in Belgium, the trauma of that time still haunts Yahia today. He recalls how his jail experience left him.
When
I was released, I was just skin and bones, he says. People were scared of me. Torture was systematic to make a real physical change, discouraging people from joining demonstrations, the point he's making. After prison, Yahia decided to get out of Syria. Through an Italian priest, he was able to get a student visa for Belgium, where he now studies political science alongside his activism. I preferred to leave the country, he says, because I didn't want to kill someone just because they didn't share my political views. Words are the only weapons I have. I don't have anything else. I have no influence. So now what I do is testify about what happened and what is happening today. Looking to the future, Yahia is in no doubt. Peace will not come from talks between Iran, Russia and Turkey, nor from a Europe standing still without active mediation. The EU has accepted to play the role of a big NGO, he says, that delivers humanitarian aid, that pays money. It's able to play a bigger role through economic sanctions, but even those sanctions are now not respected, he says. In Yahia's view, as long as the international community supports a so-called official opposition that represents the interests of other countries, there'll be no end to the Syrian conflict. They've never listened to people inside the country, he says. So far, there isn't any real Syrian representation that comes from the heart of the revolution, or that's able to represent it. This revolution doesn't belong to older people. It doesn't belong to the historical opposition of Assad. This is the revolution of the youth, and this youth has never had the chance to speak out at a political level. Yahia hopes to one day be back in Syria to rejoin what's left of his family. The conflict has claimed the lives of many of his siblings.